Good evening, everyone. Today is 23rd of April, and as we have discussed in our group, PSU Banks rally might be incoming. So today we will take a deep dive on few PSU banking stocks that I regularly trade. There are few more, but these are the ones that I have regularly traded, and so we will take a look at these. So let's start with J&K Bank first. Uh, from what I can see, abhi volumes, they are still not in. So that's a bit of a concern for me. If I see MACD is in a negative territory, RSI is in negative crossover as well for now. So I would wait for entry in J&K Bank in particular. अगर हम देख सकते हैं तो ऊपर से ट्रेंड लाइन भी एक आ रहा है जो इस लेवल पे अराउंड 136 इसको प्रॉब्लम दे सकता है. कैन टेक अ हिट हियर. देन फॉर JNK बैक व्हाट आई कैन सी इज यहाँ पर एक सप्लाई जोन बनता हुआ नजर आ रहा है फॉर मी इन पर्टिकुलर. सो दिस रीजन maybe if you are early here, you have taken this at best at around 129. You can hold it as a support, है ना, and then you can wait कि मैं इसके अपर रीजन 147 148 मे बी विक्स 150 प्लस निकाल दूंगा. would be a good RR for you. But yes, these are the levels that we have to wait for in JNK Bank. एक तो 132 का लेवल बनता है, सपोर्ट लेवल 130 के आसपास बनता है. देयर इज अ ट्रेंड लाइन दैट विल हिट एट अराउंड 136. देन जो बॉक्स है उसका लोअर लेवल 138 आएगा एंड अपर लेवल 146 आएगा. स्टैगर्ड एंट्रीज वुड बी बेस्ट. देयर आर अदर गुड लुकिंग बैंक्स देन JNK बैंक, so I usually trade this, but for now I will avoid trading in JNK bank. So this was our very first bank. After this, we will move on to Indian Bank. Now again, Indian Bank sort of this trend line, it will hit around 545. I have still 5+% का gain इसमें रहेगा. Not an issue. There is a trend line which it was not able to break today. वापस आ गया उसको touch करके. And again, same thing as we had seen in JNK बैंक. वॉल्यूम सपोर्ट अभी नहीं है बैंक्स में, बहुत ड्राई वॉल्यूम्स हैं, बोथ बाइंग एंड सेलिंग. For whole of April month, I could only see one day which touched the SMA line. Again, इसमें इतना बुरा MACD नहीं है, RSI is fine, so better ट्रेडिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी देन JNK बैंक इन दिस. एक बार इस ट्रेंड लाइन को ब्रेक करता है तो कैन हिट 545 540 550 लेवल्स एंड उसके ऊपर देन वी हैव 561 एंड 574. सो जस्ट वेट फॉर दिस कि ये ट्रेंड लाइन कब ब्रेक कर पाता है. EMA 21 का सपोर्ट मिल रहा है इसे, और उसका अंडर कट लिया है इसने. दिस इज EMA 21. So again, not a very clean setup. Other PSU banks might be better tradable, but this trend line, once it breaks, can give a move till this trend line. So we'll keep that in mind as well for Indian Bank. Now moving on to the next bank, it's Bank of India. इसका बहुत clean setup है. Just one horizontal line and volume built up ज़्यादा अच्छा है. When we compare this to JNK Bank एंड इंडियन बैंक, हमें पता चल जाता है कि कौन से बैंकिंग सेक्टर में लीडर्स होंगे. बहुत सारे बैंक्स हैं बट वी हैव टू पिक अप लीडर्स. तो इफ यू सी द वॉल्यूम MACD and now you see the volume, see the difference. फिर बाइंग दैट इंडियन बैंक में आया है, देन लोअर सेलिंग, बीच में बाइंग है, अभी भी गुड बाइंग है, टुडे आल्सो गुड बाइंग, एमएसीडी क्रॉसओवर अबाउट टू हैपन. So this is a very good bank. This is a leader which should be in our portfolio, है ना? So this is one bank which I will have my eyes on, which I will accumulate till this line, and then I will see. Hopefully, with the industry push, this could be broken this time around. So, Bank of India, Bank India is one good, very good setup, which we should have our eyes on. After this, we will move on to Union Bank. Now, Union Bank also had some volume spurts in April month, mostly for selling. Last 2 3 days, buying इसमें अच्छी आई थी. We had a reversal here, which we can see from support. Once it reversed from support, this was a good entry point for anyone at 142. But still, it's at a good entry point. अगर हमें 142 के लेवल पे मिल जाए, well and good. EMA 21 का सपोर्ट वैसे है. It should not break EMA 21. So this trend line has already been broken. Now there are two levels. One is a sort of resistance level. That's why it's marked in yellow, not in red. So we can do staggered entries in this as well, because Union Bank is also a good leader when the banks run. तो कल की कैंडल को देख के we can see around closing if we can enter some part here, some part after it breaks this for 161 levels. Still not that good setup as for Bank of India, which we saw, but still good enough to be tradable. Then we come to PSB. PSB is not a good setup as of now because PSB में भी volumes बहुत low हैं and it's oscillating between these levels. Then we have a trend line which I think is there. एंड यहाँ पे इसको जब तक ब्रेक ना करे, डोंट एंटर, वेट फॉर इट टू ब्रेक दिस ट्रेंड लाइन क्लोज अबव दिस, देन ओनली वी कैन एंटर. देन इसको 64 के लेवल्स के आसपास प्रॉब्लम होगी, 68 लेवल्स के आसपास बुकिंग आएगी, एंड देन इट विल गो अहेड. सो PSB as well could be tradable, but there are better banks available rather than PSB. We move on to Central Bank. Central Bank is better placed than PSB, I would say. MACD अभी पॉजिटिव में है, RSI पॉजिटिव में है, EMA 21 से ऊपर है. Then we have one trend line that has formed at these levels, which it can hit in coming days, which would be around 65. Once it crosses this level, then we would have 68, but 68 के ऊपर सीधा 75 76 का लेवल आएगा. So this will get very good spot, जैसे यहाँ आया था, if it crosses these levels. So इसमें भी staggered entries ले सकते हैं, and then wait for the trend line to break, decide, wait for 68 levels to break, enter again, and we can target 75 levels. So this is good. Volumes again अभी बहुत low volumes में है. Let's see volume spurt कब आता है PSU banks में. But this as a whole sector is setting up, and that is why in our group we have eyes on it. After this, we will move on to Central Bank. We have done. We will move on to UCO Bank. UCO Bank में भी वॉल्यूम्स अभी नहीं है, किसी भी बैंकिंग सेटअप में वॉल्यूम्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, बट यूको बैंक का भी इजी सेटअप है. That 57 is the level to watch out for, and 61. These two levels. After this, it crosses 78, चला जाएगा easily. So one can, EMA 21 के पास अगर मिले, otherwise इन levels पे accumulate कर सकते हैं for targets of 70 and beyond. So this is UCO Bank. These are the levels. Then we have IOB. IOB is the one that I'm eyeing currently. Again, less volumes, no doubt. But this is very close to breaking of this trend line which has formed. As soon as it breaks it, I will enter, and not fully, I will enter in chunks again. इस ट्रेंड लाइन के ब्रेक करते ही एक चंक पे एंटर करना है, देन विल decide at 67. Once it breaks, enter into chunks, then decide at 71. Once it breaks, we can go to 83 easily. So IOB is a very good setup as per me. And this is one bank that I have eyes on. I already have some position in it. I have positions in Central Bank, IOB as well. I will make positions in Union Bank. And last but not the least, let's see Mahabank. What it does. Mahabank is still buying volumes are good. It's above its danger lines, which I had drawn few weeks back. So 63.5 से जब तक ऊपर है, this can hit 67, then 69 and can go beyond. Already above its trend line, already above EMAs. MACD पॉजिटिव में जा रहा है, EMI RSI पॉजिटिव में जा रहा है. So Mahabank is also a good bank to trade, good bank to make positions and then wait for intended targets to come as soon as PSU banks start running. So ये मेरे around 10 PSU banks say that I generally trade. I don't trade IDBI or PNB. Those are usually slow moving. I don't trade FNO stocks. And I don't trade in FNO as well, only cash stocks. So for today, for this video, for the purpose of this video, we only focused on PSU banks, and in further videos, we will come back with other industries and other stocks as well. What you can do is you can follow me on Twitter as well by the name of Abhisid Trades. That is at the rate ABHISIDDTRADES. Abhisid Trades. This is my Twitter profile. You can follow the same for charts and other investment related advices. Like we had given Centum on yesterday and it moved 7% today. I daily update my PF as well, whatever stocks I am holding. I usually 90% plus of the times will give only those stocks, will post only those charts which I will take entries on, because it's easier to, make lines and put up charts, but it's difficult to put your money where your mouth is. So we had posted various charts, for example, SW Solar, Vari, Inox Wind. These are all the positions which I had made. So we will never post anything which we won't trade on. So please do follow Abhisit Trades as well. And whatever comments you would have, please do comment on YouTube channel as well. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.